Welcome to the recording demonstrating processing QC functions, doing inspections in the field service module for services provided, parts consumed. So to start this demonstration, I'm going to first take us to the non-stock item and to show you how for a given item that is set up, you have the ability to check a QC is required, which basically adds this tab where you can enter the QC functions you want to perform. So here, this is a hose repair. So we've said for that hose repair item, got to change the description also, hose repair. So for that, we've said that what we need to do, we need to perform two QC functions. We make check the belts and hoses and do a pressure test. Notice for pressure test, I can say it's a number range between 1 to 4 that they need to enter, and it can specify whether an approval is required by a supervisor when this QC function is performed. So I basically do the same thing for stock items. So if I have a stock item, this item G, again, it is the some hose adapter. So for the hose adapter item, I've said QC is required. And this QC required checkbox becomes available when QC, AcuQC is enabled. And here in this QC tab, I will basically tell it that I just want to make sure that I clean the adapter and the hoses. So now we're going to go into the service orders and add a new service order to the system. And this part of it is just basic Acumatica transaction. So we have ABC Holding that come to the details tab, and we're just going to add a couple of lines. One of them is an inventory line. So we're basically putting that item in here. We're changing that adapter. Notice when I put that in, it knows QC is required. It checks that. It lets me know. There's really nothing else I need to do at this point. I could do things like if it's a model equipment or a component, tell the system that I'm replacing it, changing it. So all these functions are supported as, you know, in Acumatica. Then the next thing that I do, I enter the service line. I tell it that we're doing that hose repair. It would select that line. And again, it tells me that inspection QC is required for that. So basically user, it just enters what they need to do, a standard Acumatica functionality. I create an appointment. And what's going to do, a system is going to do, is just going to let me do what I would normally do, assign a staff to it. And all the other Acumatica functionality is supported. I will assign the staff to it, save it, come back and basically start this appointment and tell it that it started this time, finish that action, and maybe whenever I come back and say, I'm completing this, I'm going to start the appointment itself. So now I'm going to come in here and say that this line I am going to complete. And it's getting completed at 3 p.m. And now when I go to complete this appointment, system is going to tell me, well, there's some QC functions that you need to perform that you've not. So it tells me that go perform your QC functions. So I'll go to my QC screen and basically select it. Let's just save this. Then go to my QC function. And this is the screen that AcuQC loads all the QC functions you need to perform. So you'll see the QC functions that need to perform for service orders, PO receipt, kit assembly. I'm just going to select those. Notice that it's loaded the 3 QC functions that I need to perform. For that item, I need to do my cleaning. For these 2 others, hose, I need to do these 2 things. I can assign it, mark it as process. But as part of setting up the QC for stock items, I can attach a document so people would know how to perform the QC. As I'm doing this QC, I can enter notes. I can take pictures of the finished hose so people, I have documentation that, yes, I did change the adapter and so forth. There's also a quick mode available. So if you click there and you can just check these boxes. and every time you check it, then it knows that it's completed. I could save a signature, or I could just complete this. And what happens is not that it's complete. If I go back to the appointment, that system would not let me close. I go to my appointment that I had created. Should have written the appointment number down. Let's go to appointments and see our appointment. And this being the appointment that we had, now if I click on complete, now that I've completed my inspections that I need to do, it will let me complete it, where otherwise in the first time when I tried to do that without doing the inspections, it warned me that you need to go perform those inspections before it allows me to complete it. Now, from this point forward, it's just Acumatica functionality for closing it and for generating the bills and so forth. Thank you for the opportunity to demonstrate QC processing in field service using AcuQC enhancement. Thank you.